That's better. So happy Sunday, guys. Oh, it's nice and dark and dank out here. I am on my way to work. It is 7 p.m. here in Boston. I worked last night. It wasn't so bad, which I was surprised because the Bruins played. And usually if the Bruins play, whether they win or lose, it's horrible. However, I found that it's worse with the Celtics games, and I don't understand why. Yeah, people can't handle their liquor, and they want to fight at Celtics games. And they come into the ER. By the time they're all crying, it's like, if you're going to behave like that, you can't cry afterwards. Don't be a dick, be a dick. Yeah. So I'm on my way in. I opted to be lazy, and I did not pack anything as far as meals, and I haven't eaten since midnight last night when I had dinner at work. So I just grabbed a few little suckers. I grabbed my Costco pecans. Through my research, I have found that pecans have the least amount of carbs and the least amount of protein for what you're looking for. Ooh, I need to put some lip balm on because girl is dry. Working in a hospital, the driest place on earth. You leave there looking all good. You leave there looking like a crocodile. I rarely go in looking good because some of the people that come through there, you don't want them thinking you look good. And I don't mean that in any conceited way. So what else did I grab for myself? I just wanted to show you what I had. And I had that fancy cracked chicken in my fridge with the, spinach all lined up. I could have just grabbed that, but I was being a lazy ass. Oop, I have floral scented poop bags for Breck, my big giant lab Ridgeback mix puppy. It's the most beautiful puppy on earth. Don't try to argue with me. I grabbed some of this F-Bomb. It's got salted chocolate and macadamia. Oh, sneezing again. It's because I'm on my way to work. I'm telling you, I'm allergic to work. I meant to grab cheese sticks, but it's not a big deal that I didn't because we have them. You can buy them at work. They're ridiculously overpriced, but whatever. It's when I get my green tea at 3 a.m. And then I have these Archer beef sticks, and I grabbed 2 of them. So I'll probably snack on those and then maybe order out. I was thinking about getting Tasty Burger. I don't know if you guys have that where you're at. There's a lot of weird burger places that are out there in the world. In-N-Out, one other one that we don't have here. We do it with Five Guys, but I have to drive like 20 minutes to it. And I hear they're good. You can get it wrapped in a lettuce wrap, but my choices at work, especially late night when I get around to being able to have a dinner break, is Tasty Burger. It's not so bad. They wrap it in lettuce. I have them throw a fried egg on top of it, some bacon, cheese, and then I get a side salad with ranch dressing. Not the greatest, but it's pretty keto perfect. Oh, I also made the fattest of Fat Bomb bulletproof coffees. There are 3 servings of heavy whipping cream in there. I've got a serving of my collagen. I did a serving of my Omega Power Creamer. And on top of that, I also did a serving of MCT oil that I had. So it kind of like doubles up the MCT oil. And I may have done a double serving of the Omega coffee creamer because I did 2 things of coffee. It's night 2, so it is a 2 coffee start of the night. And then I have my Man Sports. I put some Game Day in, which is a pre-workout. It also has some caffeine in it, so that's going to help me later. It's just supposed to help with fat burning, and it's also got some scorch in it, which is just kind of a little pep in your step kind of a thing. And then the rest of the night I'm going to try and shoot for water. yeah. Last night I did pretty good. I ate that fancy cracked chicken, and then I had that one bratwurst, and it filled me for most of the night. I think like maybe around 2 in the morning I had a couple handfuls of pecans, but then it started to get busy, and I usually find that when it starts to get busy, even if I am hungry, I don't think about it. So max, the latest I ate something was 2. I came home from work, I had some water, and I went straight to bed. And I get up at 5:30. So it's 6 o'clock, and I am now breaking my fast with this Monster Fat Bomb coffee. So how many hours is that? 16? 2? That's if I ate it those nuts at 2. It might have been before midnight. I can't even remember. Yeah. So I find it much easier to fast when I work nights, because I can come home and I can sleep through when I would normally be hungry and want to eat. Not that I want to work nights, because shit knows at 47 years old, nights is hard to recover. It's a good thing I'm not working again until Friday, because it's going to take me Monday through Friday to get fully back on a day schedule and not be 8 shades of stupid during the day. I find I can go into nights easier, but I think it's because preparing for nights is me staying up a little bit late the night before and then being lazy all day and like taking naps. I mean, who can't do that? And then a couple extra coffees. So yeah, so much easier to fast. But I have to say, you know how I did those 2 classes yesterday? I went to Sweat Fix in Beverly, and I did their sculpt class. And then they had a partnership with the Inner Cycle studio that I go to in Beverly. Oh my God, it looks like tornado clouds over there. Anywho, sideswipe, little ADD there, you think? So then I went over to Inner Cycle, and they were doing a partnership class of a 45-minute spin class, and I can feel it today in my abs, which is good, because for some reason when I work out, abs is the last place I ever feel a workout, and abs is the place where I need the most work. So and I had thought about going to do one of those sculpt classes, because they had one at 8 o'clock this morning, but I was just too damn tired. I was like, if I go home, I'm going to do that class, I'm going to wake up and be like, hey, woo, I'm ready for the day. What do you mean I need to go back to sleep? So, yeah, I didn't go. So this week my plan, because I have 4 days off, is to finally figure out how to use my camera and the cutesy little camera stands that I bought. There's a couple different breakfast casseroles that I want to try making that look like they'll freeze well. I need to clean out my freezer downstairs, because Lord knows the frick is in that abyss. I'm sure some of it's still good, but some of it I'm just going to throw out and start from scratch. And then I've been thinking of a couple different, quick lunch and dinner ideas that, I can throw together. See if just because the recipe works in my head, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work in the pan and taste good. So we'll try those out and see how that goes. I'm not huge on doing keto desserts, because, when I was doing other diets, and I would get like the bars or ice creams or whatever that are friendly for that diet, I would eat the whole box. So there goes the friendliness. However, I have been able to use Jell-O. Don't ask me why. But like some people use Atkins bars for keto, and my theory on those, because I do dirty keto and not like the crazy everything's got to be organic and uncured and from the land the way the Lord made it to be, that's not my keto, and some people do it. For me, that's way too expensive, and 2, there's just not enough options. I need my salami. But I eat Jell-O. That's my way of getting through sweet tooths. But if people need to eat an Atkins bar every couple of days, I wouldn't suggest doing it every day. But if it fits in your macros and you're not going over, and that's what makes you able to stick to it, I don't care if it slows your weight loss down a pound or 2. it made you stick to what you do, and don't let anybody else tell you, because there's a lot of keto police out there that if you tell them you're dirty keto, you know, where you don't eat, you know, you eat some things that keto purists would never do. Like I eat Quest protein chips because sometimes a girl needs a little crunch, and I dip it in some sour cream or some salsa, and I'm happy, and it makes me not go and buy a whole bag of Lay's potato chips or barbecue or whatever my flavor of the month is. And you know, homegirl can move on and stick to her diet. And then a lazy keto, if you're not tracking, as long as you're still losing weight and you're still feeling good, go for it. If that Atkins bar or that Halo Top ice cream, if that works for you, that works for you. I just know I can't do it, because if I had a thing of Halo Top in my house, it would last like 5 minutes. I would take one spoonful and that would be it. And I don't want to start doing that. I don't want to have options like that until I'm like really close to my goal weight, because I'm only halfway there. And I've been on diets before, and I'm not the most structured, stick to it kind of gal. So I feel like if I have those, hey, it's a candy bar option, it's a slippery slope for me down to a candy bar. So I just don't do it. I stick with what I got. I find little sweet things. I have this fat bomb thing, which is really out of character for me. I have like 10 of these. I bought them on Amazon, and I think I've eaten maybe one a month. Because I could go nuts with the salted chocolate. It's salted chocolate and then some macadamia nuts. It's got some coconut oil in there, and I could slather this shit on my face and be a happy fat girl forever. And eat all of them. But I haven't. So I'm a little proud of myself. Got on a little tangent there. That's not what I wanted. Ooh, tunnel. Coloring makes me look good. So I guess my point is, if these Atkins shakes and bars and, you know, borderline, are they keto, aren't they keto things help you and you're still losing weight, and that's what keeps you on your path is your path, man. There's some people there's a couple keto channels I've had to stop watching because one, they started bashing other keto channels. I'm not going to name names because that would make me just as bad as they are. And it's like, it's their authority on keto is the only authority on keto. Like, get over yourself. Get over yourself. If somebody needs to eat, you know, what was the one that they were freaking, the cheeses. You couldn't eat not processed, like craft, but like unpasteurized. Like it had to be unpasteurized cheese, which essentially means the only place that you're able to go shopping for your food is Whole Foods. And I don't know about you, my husband and I do pretty okay for ourselves. You know, I'm a nurse at a big hospital. He's got a successful job working for a power company. Like, we're not poor. But we're not shopping at Whole Foods every day. If I need to get me some Tillamook cheese, I'm getting Tillamook cheese. The one thing I will tell you is that if you need to shred cheese, don't buy it pre-shredded, because that's where there's added food starches that it takes you 30 seconds to shred your own, and it tastes better. So you can get like the big blocks of Hood or Cabot or Garelic Farms, whatever the cheese is in your area, and shred those yourself real quick, and it tastes better. It's just more convenient to pull it from the bag, but they add stuff to keep it so that it doesn't all stick together. Because you notice when you shred your own cheese, it kind of sticks together a little bit. That's natural. So that's my suggestion with that. But other than that, like, man, we have Market Basket where we're at. I hate to shop there because it's too crowded. I go to Shaw's. But if where you're at has an H-E-B or a Publix or a Winn-Dixie or whatever your store is that is not Whole Foods, for crying out loud, and they're building one right behind my house. I promise I won't turn into a Whole Foods snob, but every once in a while I might go over there and get some Whole Foods bacon, because shit. But yeah, you can do the poor man's keto. It doesn't have to be expensive. You know, the fattier the cuts, the better on keto. You do what you can. You buy stuff on sale, you freeze it. Canned tuna, man. Can't go wrong with that. You know, keto purists will tell you that you can't have Hellmann's mayonnaise because it's made with soybean oil. I like Hellmann's. I use it and I've lost weight. I do have avocado mayonnaise. Sometimes I have it, but sometimes it just doesn't taste good. It's not the same. You know? So that's my deal on that. How to stick to things. Don't feel like you have to eat breakfast for breakfast. If you made a kick-ass steak for dinner the night before and you had some awesome loaded cauliflower mash, shit, that sounds like a wonderful breakfast. And don't let anybody ever fool you that cauliflower rice or cauliflower mash will taste like rice or potatoes. It does not. So if that's what you're expecting when you eat it, you're going to be like, this isn't good, because it does not taste like that. You can make it taste good. You can make it taste real good. But, yeah. It'll never taste like mashed potatoes. Mm-mm. I haven't tried fried radishes yet, but now that I've come to the realization that I have the air fryer and it's a perfect way to do it, I'm going to try that. See how that works out. Do they taste like home fries? Do they taste like French fries? Do they taste like chips? What can I add to it to make it taste maybe not like chips, but good enough that I like it? Something tasty, something different. You gotta play with your food. The other thing is too with keto is I think people think that in order to follow keto, you need to be making these grand recipes all the time that have an ingredient list as long as your arm. I am not that girl. I will never cook like that. Drives me batshit crazy to try and cook like that. So, not gonna happen. You can perfectly eat a steak and spinach plain if that's how you like it. If that's how you want to cook it, go for it. That's a perfect keto meal. You're gonna do chicken, the fattier, the dark meat is better. You know, maybe cook it in a little bit of olive oil or avocado oil, add some fat to it. Those kind of things you might want to add a little bit of sour cream or cheese or some sort of fatty sauce to make the non-fatty meats a little bit fattier. But by all means, they don't have to be gourmet. You can throw some shredded cheese on broccoli. The big thing that you need to do to get going, because keto is not an eat everything you want all day, every day, and miraculously I'm going to lose weight. Because if that was the case, we'd all walk around weighing $120 and there'd be no health problems. Keto, you do have to calorie count. You do. You can't put food into your body and not have a calorie deficit and expect to lose weight. You have to have a calorie deficit. What you don't have to worry so much about is your fat intake. You do have to worry about your carbohydrate intake. And you have to be semi-concerned with your protein intake. Keto isn't go hog wild on protein because one, you'll kill your kidneys, and two, it makes keto not work. If you go, I like Carb Manager. Some people like MyFitnessPal. The big difference I noticed was that on MyFitnessPal, they have carbs and they have fiber. And you have to do the math to figure out what the net carbs are. So when somebody tells you that they're doing 20, 30, 50 carbs a day on keto, they're doing net carbs. Net carbs are the total amount of carbs that are in something minus the fiber. And then sometimes, like if there's erythritol or something like that, minus that as well. So when you load stuff into FitnessPal, it's got your fiber, in your carbs, and you need to do some Jesus, mother, subtraction. Oh yeah, you gotta minus the stuff. My gosh. On Carb Manager, it does the graphic for you to show you what your meal looks like. Is it a good, complete keto meal? It rates it. Good, bad, the ugly. It figures out the net carbs of the food you're eating, the number that you need to worry about. The other thing it does is that with keto, you're looking to get between 75 and 80% of your calories from fat. It's a hard thing to reach. I'm not going to lie. It's a hard thing to wrap yourself around eating that much fat. But people also think, oh my God, I have to go eat a spoonful of butter. No, you don't. You can go have an avocado. Do you know what I mean? So there's ways for you to do it. Get a book. I'm reading The Keto Cure right now, but there's 8 gazillion books out there. There's one by, I think her name is Leanne Vogel, which is a good book. She's also got a podcast. So yeah, check those kind of things out. But definitely get a tracking device. You're not going to do this on your own. You need to know what you're putting in. You need to know if you're getting close so that you can make better choices. Don't go hog wild on nuts. They have a lot of carbohydrates and they have a lot of protein and not a lot of fat. So don't go hog wild. People, when they see what the size of a almond portion is, and they've been, hand stuffing 3 times that, it's an eye-opener, but it lets you know there's better choices. And look, in the beginning, I was eating bacon and eggs every day for breakfast. Shit, I think I was probably having some bacon for lunch too, because I could. It fit within my macros. But you get tired of that. Keto's not a diet for bacon and eggs every day. When I was doing that, I would do bacon and eggs, and then as I started moving further into the diet, I might have a couple less pieces of bacon, or throw in an avocado, or throw in some sauteed spinach with garlic and butter. So things change as you go along. You learn more, you grow more, and then you see as you start to throw in these new foods, you're enjoying food more. Who enjoys diet? Ugh. Low fat, low flavor, low yuck. The other thing about Carb Manager is you will put in your weight, you put in your goal weight, you'll put in your lifestyle. Please be honest. If you are a sedentary person like I was when I first started, you need to put that in because it makes a difference. It's going to ask you what your body fat content is. No matter what you think your body fat content is, it's more. The only way for you to know is to get on one of those special scales. Do I think it's worth buying? No. I just put that I was 50% fat, and I still was probably more. I think some gyms have that. I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. And then the macros that it figured out for me were working. How many fat grams I could have, how many carbs, how much protein, how many calories. Work it in there. Drink a ton of water. The first couple of days on this diet is a diuretic, man, and you will straight up shit your brains out. It's where the initial weight plunge goes. Most diets are that way. Keto's worse. Keto, you're crapping so much you almost get like the keto flu because you're pooping out all your electrolytes. So I would suggest that you get a couple bottles of Powerade Zero, the sugar-free one. Drink a little bit of that to replace your electrolytes. Make sure you're getting enough water. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Sleep is huge. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not losing weight. I don't care what they say. I didn't start working out with keto until I was at about 30 pounds down. I'm now 45 pounds down. I think working out has slowed my weight loss down because I'm adding muscle. But I'm enjoying working out and my body's looking better, so whatever. I'd like to be down 100 pounds by next December. Not 100. 85, 90. I'm at 45. I think it's doable. I don't make it, who gives a shit? It's another year. But I'm also 45 pounds lighter than what I was at. So there goes that. What else can I tell you about starting out keto? Oh, don't listen to people. 900 people are going to tell you, do you know keto is bad for you? I had a nutritionist tell me that at work. I'm like, you know what was bad for me? My diabetes. Yeah. You know what's gone? My diabetes. My A1C went from 8.6 to 5.6. My cholesterol's better. My blood pressure's better. Keto's bad for me, though. Yeah. People just don't understand. You want to have an understanding of why people are so resistant to looking at different ways of eating and how they don't want to go against what the American Medical Association says and the American Diabetes Association says. Go watch the movie Magic Pill. It's an eye-opener. Worse than Food Inc. Food Inc. just made me not want to eat any food that was processed here because it was disgusting. Magic Pill, yeah. And I'm not saying to watch one movie and think that that is the gospel of weight loss. But it'll get you started. And you'll start to see which directions and which, yeah. It's an eye-opener. That's all I can say. Scientific data. Not so scientific. Sometimes. Still vaccinate your kids. Yeah. But plenty of water. And I spent probably 3 months before I started keto on YouTube, watching videos, seeing other people's progress, hearing other people's stories. You know, I don't want to pop on YouTube and hear Jillian Michaels say, all you need to lose weight is eat lettuce and take my magic pills. And that's all you need to do. Like, really? Really, Jillian? Is that all I need to do? Because that wasn't working for me. Come to find out she was starving her people and giving them illegal medications on her show to make them lose weight, and now they're all fat again. You didn't help them. You probably damaged their heart. So yeah, keto. Not a diet where you're fisting bacon and cheese all day, but I think that's what the diet industry at large would like you to think. When did I have cheese? Oh yeah, I had a cheese stick last night. I'm trying to think before that. I can't remember. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm stuck in traffic on a Sunday going into Boston. But I get to talk to you guys. I got some of the things out there I wanted to say. I kind of went on a tangent. I'm hoping that will help you get started. But I'll do some meal-specific videos and some what I ate in a day. But don't feel like you need to go out there and start working out right away. You don't. And I'm not sure if I did this live or not. I can't tell. I only need my glasses for like close up, and I don't want to try and read while I drive. It's bad enough I'm talking to myself while I drive. So if anybody put questions on here, I will answer them in the description box. So yeah, if you liked what you saw, like my channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you know when I post new videos. I do still have to post my video yesterday, but where I worked last night and slept all day. I'll put it together tomorrow, and I don't know if it necessarily needs to be in order. But, alright, it's been a joy. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.